based on the information submitted, we're looking at two parishes that was totally impacted and affected tremendously: St. David's and the parish of St. George. Just St. David's alone, we have had in excess of 60 landslides and slippages just in St. David's. St. George, we're finalizing the numbers. We are declaring both areas as disaster areas at this point in time. The parish of St. George and the parish of St. David. We're hoping with this, there will be, yes, directed assistance, and the Ministry of Works currently are on the ground, as well as the Ministry of Agriculture doing the assessment as it relates to the impact. In terms of homes affected, we have information to date of some 9 homes affected, and persons will need assistance to move, or as I said, to relocate, to do some structural work on the properties. In terms of water damage, well, that assessment is still ongoing. This National Stadium Authority are reporting of severe water damage as well in the lower section and the playing field and the likes and so forth.
With regards to the impact felt across country, as is rightly articulated, our district coordinators were all informed, they were all activated, and they are part of the preliminary assessment process. I reiterate that this is very preliminary in terms of what we have so far, but an in-depth assessment will be undertaken where money's value will be attached to the assessment undertaken. From all ends, the response was good from across country. There is no fatality or no injury directly related to the storm at this moment. I have been in touch with my regional colleagues, and they're standing by as the disaster zones or areas are declared to provide assistance where necessary.
Illegal dumping was one of the areas that we have seen from the flooding, because quite a lot of waste in terms of plastic bottles and tires and white goods and the likes and so forth. So yes, we had an issue with illegal dumping. We had an issue with blocked drains, and we had an issue with farming practices. Persons would have cut trees and didn't dispose of the debris properly, and all of them got into the waterways, and that in itself would have created blockage, and these blockages would have caused the flooding. We have seen, as a result of the blockages and the flooding and so forth, today many persons are affected, either some losing their homes, some losing other properties. But as a nation, we have to become more serious as it relates to how we dispose of our garbages. We have seen a level of resilience from the Grenadian public. In the midst of the rain, persons would have been out with their cutlasses and spades and forks to do what they can. We also have from the Ministry of Works working along with our heavy-duty operators to clear most of the debris on the roads. We are pretty confident that should everything remain as it is in terms of further downpours, we should be probably in 5 days' time be able to say that all the slides would have been removed.